Impunity is always the order of the day in this country, where some of them have no regard for the law of this country. A whole minister of transportation in this country, respected honorable minister of transport, issued an ultimatum to all IOCs that is giving them 7 days to comply with this extant law on stevedoring acts. 7 days is now almost 5 or 6 months. Because of the respect we have with the management of Nigeria Port Authority, and anytime we're about to do it the way we normally do it, we call us for a meeting. As a responsible union organization, we believe if our employers is calling us for a meeting, we need to honor them. And that is why we were a little bit silent on this matter. But as it is now, we are not going to listen to anybody. The strike might come in any minute, any hours, any day, because we have issued out so many ultimatums. And stakeholders, the press have been calling the union for your interventions, midwifing the crisis here and there. But to our dismay, from the attitude of the IOC, they believe they are bigger than this country. We know they are not bigger than this country. It is our government that is giving them that backing, and some of our brothers and sisters that are benefiting from them. But the union this time around, we are not using any ultimatum. They will just wake up one day and we do it the way we normally do it in the past. Maybe that one will help us to get what we have been talking about for the past 3 or 4 years now. We may, because very soon we are going to what? reconvene our NAC and CWC, we will reopen. We only suspended the strike. Just for us to go in and meet our organ, the highest organ of this great union, to renew the suspended strike that was put on hold as a result of stakeholders calling us for meeting, giving us that some people have complied, while some people are still adamant. And we are telling them, who are those ones that are adamant? Who are those ones that are compliant? We must know them. So that when you are fighting the war, you fight those ones that are not ready to obey the law of this great country. Maritime Workers of Nigeria were not helpless. We are only way options. And before we embark on legitimate strike, there are legitimate strike and there are illegal strike. Before we embark on a legitimate strike, we weigh options. As an respected, responsible union, we look at the economic situation of this great country. The port, after oil, they are talking about, is the port. And if we allow the strike for 3 or 4 days, the government is going to lose a lot of revenue. We weigh options as a stakeholder, as a critical stakeholder in the industry, maritime sector. We weigh options before we embark on strike. Not that we are helpless. We are not helpless. You can advise me. You can call us for roundtable discussion. I say, okay, fine. Yes, these people have agreed that so IOCs have agreed, so IOCs have not agreed. Yes, but we hear that. We believe, yes, something better is coming from the angle of management of NPA through the Ministry of Transport and that of IOCs. We are not helpless. We only weigh options because of the economic situation that is affecting this great country today. We can do it. We can do it the way the whole world will be praising us. But as a responsible human being who know what this country is passing through now, if this Maritime Workers of Nigeria embark upon strike for 4 or 5 days, you know what the government is going to do. And that's why we said enough is enough. We are not going to use an ultimatum again. It is a massive point, and we commend the government for coming out with the people that are into this business, that it's going to create more employment for Nigerian citizens. We are not losing. Rather, we are weighing options. And even last week, I think I've equally directed that our ultimatum with Israel to Shipping Association of Nigeria should be what revisited. Because the ride at the back of COVID-19, that was what weighed us down. But they are using us as an excuses. And we've listened to the excuses for so long. So we are not losing the battle. The battle is going to be won with the support of Jesus Christ and Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are going to win the battle against them, because all the workers is shipping. They are like a child without father, because their take home is nothing to write home about. If not now, the union is crying. If they are negotiating, if the negotiating power of the union is very weak, they will have override us. But I commend the president of shipping, who know the body language of national under my command, that no, we are not going to accept the way and manner they are treating Nigerian shipping workers. So we are not helpless on that. They have not weakened us. Rather, very soon we will take action against the shipping companies who have no regard for their workers. Retirement in shipping is like a death sentence. I keep on saying it. Somebody will be on one scale of 10 years, 15 years without promotions. It's always the order of the day in shipping. So the union have said, no, we are not going back. We still have a minimum entries. That's the minimum standard as we have it in dock workers. We have NJSC for dock workers. We have NJSC for seafarers. We have NJSC for MPS. It's on their way of getting their remunerations from MPA or their salary adjustment from MPA. We emphasize the need for the government to renew the terminal operations, to renew it, because they have done well in this country.
Okay, not just Nigeria.
Not just Nigeria, but Nigeria first. This is my place. Okay. This is my country. I'm speaking on behalf of both indigenous and the diaspora. You understand me? But Nigeria first, because most of all the indigenous terminal operators, we never expected that they are going to perform to this extent. Okay. I can mention names of all the terminals that I can tell you they are doing well. In terms of, they are not even waiting for the union before they do something for their workers. Okay. We have port and cargo of all port and cargos. We have Joseph Dam. We have ENA. We have so many of them that are indigenous, that are they do have this capacity to run against the foreign counterpart. But with the little resources at their disposal, they were able to put their terminal in a very good. That's why I'm saying they should renew their license. Why are they holding it? I've been in this industry for years, and the terminal operation came in the season, 2006 up to date. I've been negotiating with them from 2006 to date. So as you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm not condemning the traditional body or whether they are not doing. I'm talking about the performance of our indigenous terminal operators, that they should be encouraged to do more for their fatherland. Go to Boa in Port Harcourt. Is it not performing? They are doing well. That's why they are having challenges in their port operations. They are doing well. Go to PTOL in Port Harcourt. Are they not indigenous terminal operators? They are doing well. They are doing well. So we need to encourage them to do more. That's what we are saying. The government should renew their, sign their license. Let them continue to do much better than before for this great country. I think that one, it is an old story that I've been on for almost 4 or 5 years, but I think we need to give it to the Director General of NIMASA, who have eventually agreed that the biometric ID card for dock workers should commence earnestly, and I think they have started. I witnessed one in ABTL. They commenced. Okay. At any time from now, they will go from port to port to do what we call capturing. I think after that, I think everybody will be given his biometric ID card. So the union is commending them for a very good job. It was delayed, but we thank God it has finally come to stay. And very soon too, the union we are trying to organize a town hall meeting where all stakeholders are going to be there by way of supporting the NDLA on this issue of drugs. Because there's no how they should not turn the port to where the dumping ground for illicit drugs here and there, and all of us should share our conscience. We should share where we are working, the ports, the stakeholders, the shipping, the dock workers, the MPA. So everybody should share his conscience. Even immigration too, so you call it check himself. Because if you don't do it, somebody else will do it better. So we commend the NDLA management team led by General Marwa. He's doing he's doing a nice job, and the union is proud of him. And we in the nearest future would like to partner with him to support his progress and his program, because we are the one that is working in the port. When you focus inside the port alone, what about jetties? Is to extend its share slide to jetties, bonded terminals, where you and I are not feasible in that place, where himself is not feasible in that place. So MPA, the NGLA should share their share slide, put their share slide in jetties across the port of the federations. I think better for all of us.